Brother, have the land is the first step of your establishment. When you follow the Lord, one day you begin to say, I have a land. You're not floating. I know you don't quite understand what I say. Abram have 3 major steps. First step, coming out. Second step, possess a land. Third step, beget descendant. The 3 steps. What does possess a land for? I'm here. I see something. I know what the Lord is doing with me. That I'm here to be one with the Lord. It's very high. I have a piece of land. You know why I don't trust you people? I should tell you honestly, I don't trust any of you. You say, but we are here in a meeting with you, we're faithfully. I don't trust you. You know why I don't trust you? You never had a piece of land. You are still looking at what makes me comfortable. Amen. What makes me happy. Where's the church life I should be? You don't have a piece of land. Oh, I have a burden. But for some reason, I feel very tired. You realize I'm half asleep? So I give you all the wrong messages. Even if I found out, no. I jumped. But anyway, you know what's your problem? You know why I can trust Jimmy? You know why I can trust Jimmy? He has a piece of land. You see, he's old. Even he says, I want to love the world. The world doesn't want to say, we'll tell him, please get out. We don't need you. Just like today, I say, I want to love the world. The world says, how old are you? I say, approaching 90. He says, that's good enough. Please go to rest. But I don't trust you. Brother, I don't trust. It seems so hard for me to trust any of you. You ask me, Titus, are they good brothers? Yeah. Are they consecrated? Yeah. Are they gifted? Yeah. Are they operative? Yeah. Well, so Titus, you should be so restless. I say, no. I say, why? Oh, Lord Jesus. I'll tell the brothers, because they don't understand either. And these lovely brothers, good brothers, precious brothers, for some reason, they never possess a piece of land. You can experience coming out of here. You can experience Shechem, Bethel. You can go to Egypt and come back. That means you should learn a lot already, right, to Bethel. Then you have the real argument with Lot. And you are so spiritual. So when Lot was captured, you heard about it. You gather 318 of your young men. That means household servants. He trained them also as fighters. Fight. So you go. Then you go to Sodom. Is that Sodom, right? Rescued. When they were the whole city was captured, right? He rescued them. Rescued them. How can he do that? Because Abraham was very clear. Lot can ask for everything. I can promise Lot everything. But the real land belonged to God, not belonged to me. I'm the possessor of the land. We'll come more about the land. But anyway, you know your problem today? You know why you can love the Lord so much today? Okay, you can change tomorrow easy. No land. You don't trust him. He's a good brother. He's a real good brother. but you don't trust him. You see, Titus, do I do better? I don't trust you. You should trust whom? I trust Jimmy. You say, but Jimmy was with you 40, 50 years. I first met him 1964. His was the one picked me up in the bus station in Pittsburgh. That's the first time I see him. A young engineer, hopeful. But from that day, I know he has a piece of land. For some reason, with you brothers, I don't feel that. You think so much. You plan so much. You consider so much. Even you, with your nice word, Titus, however you decide we're going to follow, I don't trust you. Why? A piece of land. Think about how many thoughts you have. How much planning you have. Do you get my point? So think about it. How much dream you should have. Think about it. How much. Where you tell the Lord, Lord, I give everything to you. At the same time, you're occupied, possessed. One offer, one good offer can buy you. One good university can buy you. One good grade can buy you. You don't have the land. Do you understand what I say? Do you? I really like one young girl in Australia. She was here. She's a music major, right? Really good sister, really good sister. I remember I asked her, she was here years ago, how old are you? 18? I don't trust any of the young ones in Australia. I don't know what Lord can have a way with them. Lord can gain them for the testimony of the churches there. I don't know. That's why I encourage Ben, go there again. Don't go short time. Just have a fun time. Give yourself to them and grow up with them. Amen. They need protection on every step. They need protection on every decision they make. Why? Because they don't have the land yet. Jimmy make a decision. No problem. Paul, you make a decision. No problem. Whatever that is, you know. It is something before the Lord. How about you? You know why? Because you're floating. Even you're a full-timer, you're floating. This is why when you labor, you labor quite well. But you see, Titus, do you have a lot of encouragement? I say, very little. I'm happy. I'm happy what you have done, what you have produced. But I still know the whole meeting possibly is still floating. You never know. Maybe next month, the whole thing get into something else. A land. That's what I call you out. God says, I call you out. Call out of her. Call you out of her. I lead into you through the experiences. The experience of going to, the first one is for Shechem or something. Am I right? Then the Bethel, right? Then eventually you went down to Egypt. You still come back. And you really consecrated. You built an altar. You built an altar for me in Shechem. You built another altar right between Bethel and Ai, right? That's why you went down to Egypt. But you come back to Bethel, right? You build altars. That means you consecrated. Lord, I give my life to you. Lord, I give this step to you. But I can't trust you. I cannot trust you. Because I'm not quite sure where you would end up. You don't have a piece of land. Abraham proved his maturity. But after, this is 40 years. 40 years. And I don't know this is how long. How long. But think about it. He married, he begat Ishmael. He left here at age 75. He begat Ishmael at age 85.
86.
86. So there got to be around 10 years in these experiences. 7, 8 years in this experience. Maybe close to 10 years. Has 20-some years of having God. And he built an altar, that means vowed, consecrated. Built another altar, vowed, consecrated. And the experience of value, by God's government, he was brought back. And he was so generous to his nephew. You can take whatever you want. And he was overcoming. Eventually, he was so overcoming. He taught King of Sodom, right? I won't take a threat from you. So you will not say, you make Abraham rich. You know why? Why I'm so bold? I know I have this land. God promised me. This land become my protection. Think about it. How many of you making how many decisions in the name of the Lord, yet without Christ? Make how many decisions according to environment, not according to consecration? Eventually, we don't know. We do not know where your brothers will end up, right? My word is kind of tough, not even comforting. And also at the time, I'm not clear. I make it even worse. But can you realize the concern in my innermost being? I know you love the Lord. But I also know until you have a piece of land, everything can be not real. Now look how real that is. We overcome Sodom, gain the whole thing. Even what? Even the king meet him in the valley, right? Then Salem meet him in the valley of Salem, right? In the New Testament, talk about who is this high priest, right? He's just the Son of God. Even the Lord coming in to congratulate him, to tell him, you enjoy the blessings I give to you. Why? Why? Abraham, we can say, he's solid. Because he has land. When you have a land, your whole person is very settled. I come to you. Are you going to really serve the Lord? Maybe. Most likely. Do you get my point? Then I talk with you, you will say, yes. You're more solid. I'm right. But even that, I still have a question. I still have the question. Are you able to be so stable, so solid in your life of following Christ? You are so sure before the Lord. I know what I'm for. I know where do I live. I know what my life is for. I have a piece of land to back me up. It is there. With this land, you can really beget children. Otherwise, there's no way. Even you have descendants, they're not real. Just like Abraham has a lot, but it's not real. Do you get it? Do you understand what I say? I think you may be touched but confused. Am I right? You were touched by what I say. Lord, I like to have a good piece of land. But I'm very confused. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? Look at the decisions you make. You know what you mean. When you have a piece of land, every decision you make, every consideration you have is according to what Lord has given to you, according to the top interests of God. You don't make a decision, I get a job because they offer me a good job. Do you get my point? You don't make a decision because I think that the weather is good or weather is bad or that's more adventurous. No. You make every decision you make, there's a basic. Just like many fathers make a decision very much considering what is best for the children. Do you get my? Because the children become the land. I will do everything for my children's top, but based on your spiritual. In 1984, 83, I was sent back to Taiwan. I bring my whole family go. We cannot go to English speaking schools, too expensive. And they don't speak Chinese. They have no education. No education. So they were registered in a school, which is a good school, they're sponsored by a good sister. It's a very good school. But there's Chinese speaking school. They have no friend. They don't understand what's going on. They don't understand what's going on. Only Rose and Melody, they two are small. Rose, my daughter, I'm surprised how good her Chinese can become. And same with Melody. Two boys. I look at them, Lord Jesus. What is this? I serve you. You send me here. And my two children cannot have education. And my third one can have education. But eventually, she is American. She cannot just be educated in the Chinese school. But there's a land within me, very strong. Now, don't look at outward. Consider what is the best for God's kingdom, for God's righteousness. All the rest will be given to you. Amen. Well, God is faithful. Eventually, all my kids got the best educations, top educations. Am I right? But there's something called a piece of land. Every decision I make is with God's interest in view, God's testimony in view, God's profit in view, the saints' profit in view. I do everything. My view is very clear. This is for God's eternal purpose. I have a piece of land. You know, brother, when you have this land, your whole life is different. You understand what I say? How much we need Lord's mercy. When you consider, you see, you ask Abram, how come you're so prevailing? You fought, a lovely person. You fought and you win. Then Abram will tell you, that's because I was backed up by God with a promise of piece of land. So I know this is my interest. This is my life. I don't have any other choice but what God is after.